is up YouTube? This is David from WTF Productions, and I'm going to be showing you a deck list of my Scrap Infinity or Scrap Emperor deck. It's a deck that's been recurring for a while since the September ban list of 2011, and it's been running a little bit well as far as I've seen, but it hasn't gone against the Rabbit deck or the Tour Guide Plant deck. But here we go. Alright, so here we go. This is the deck. And it starts off with 2 Scrap Goblins, basically for stall. 3 Scrap Beasts. They're really meant for your tuning, and they're pretty much your main tuners. 2 Scrap Orthros, and they're really good for destroying to get another one of these cards, basically. So if you destroyed a Scrap Goblin, you can grab this or another of the Orthros. Same thing as Orthros. If it gets destroyed by another card like an Orthros on an Orthros, saying so. You know, just for the lulz. 2, 3 Scrap Chimeras. They're really like the junk Synchrons. They're really meant to bring back one of these guys or this to synchro for this big card, or if I still have it, this one. One Scrap Golem. This is basically for the Scrap Dragon combo. When you're using the Scrap Dragon and it dies, you can bring back this to special summon either another this or a Orthros or Beast to special summon this, which is basically to bounce 2 of your opponent's monsters or spells and traps. So it's pretty much a big card, especially since it has 3,300 attack, if I remember. Nope, 3,000 attack. Still a pretty good card, in my opinion. Not that many Yu-Gi-Oh players that run scraps would actually use it, but I would use it in my opinion. Now here's the 2 big cards that you need for the Scrap Emperor deck, and that is the Machine Emperor or Maclord Emperor Grano. I'm sorry about that. I speak Japanese-wise about these cards for their name, as what they're called, Machine Emperor Grano. And basically these things, if you can get these first turn, you can get these at 4,000 attack and 4,000 defense. That's pretty good because you can actually go OTK with these things if you actually do it right. These 2 cards for anti-spell and anti-synchro, because these things can pretty much take a Stardust Dragon and gain the attack and negate a spell, so pretty much you get the point. Morphing Jar, just because of draw power. You really need the draw power in the deck, because if you empty your hand as fast as I would in a game, then you would really need this. And then you have Summoner Monk for special summoning a Scrap Beast, or you can special summon another level 4 monster as in another monk, or these 3. And again, you can exceed summon with this, but you still don't get its effect according to the rolling, which I don't blame them because that's kind of broken. Anyhow, this card is really good to for Scrap Dragon, for a Scrap Dragon FOD, saying so is what I would call it. Now on to spells and traps. 2 Scrapyard. I don't want to run 3 because I run only 7, and 3 is kind of overkill. 3  basically your draw power could be a +1 or a +2 if you know how to use it. 3 Pot of Dualities, your draw power for the deck. Heavy Storm, staple. Dark Hole, staple. Monster Reborn, staple. And Mind Control, I would run Mind Control to take one of their monsters and Exceed or Synchro. Now the traps. 2 Royal Decrees, basically your staller, and to stop their traps, because a lot of people are starting to run a lot of traps to stop a lot of monsters. And then you can use this with Scrap Dragon to destroy, so you can use your traps when you need to. 2 Bottomless Trap Holes, they're kind of a staple to me. I still believe it's a staple. Mirror Force, still a staple. Solemn Judgment, God says no. Torrential Tribute, we all know it's a staple. And then 2 Call the Haunted. And you can use that with Scrap Dragon. If it's been left on the field for a while, you can use it with this. Also, another tip, when using these Mech Lords, you can actually special summon them based off of this, Dark Hole, and Heavy Storm if you put it off of Call of the Haunted. And the reason why is because it doesn't say your opponents. It says only when a card effect destroys Scrap Dragon, and by all technicality, Call of the Haunted is the destruction by a card effect. Now on to the extra deck. Your main cards for the deck to be a scrap deck is 3 Scrap Dragons. We already know what it does. 1 Scrap Archfiend. I don't want to run 2, but I think I'd just rather run with 1. Scrap Twin Dragon. We already know what it does. This one is kind of a card I kind of go iffy with. I mean, like, people still run Machinas, and then there's some machine decks that just rate the format sometimes. This card, it's kind of for mind control when they have a level 2, or you can use it with Morphing Jar. Again, level 2 Earth monster, so it still works with Naturia Beast. Onto Exceeds over here. You need these. They help with the this or this, or practically Sarner Monk and Tengu, and then some other tuners with the Scrap Orthros. Back on a Synchro. Colossal Fighter, Alley Justice Cataster, Black Rose, Stardust, Trishula, and Brionic. So that's pretty much the deck list, and I'm sorry if I started in the video. It's been a while since I've made a deck list, so it's kind of refreshing right now on me. So since it's only a few days before our New Year's Day, what are you going to be running for 2012 before the March ban list? Leave your comments down below, and don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks for watching the video.